Good morning everyone. I hope you're doing really well today. We have some pretty intense heat here in the UK this week, so I thought instead of doing kind of busy cleaning jobs or gardening or anything like that that's quite strenuous, I would sit down and finally deal with my memory boxes. So I actually started this job a couple of months ago, and I went through all my photographs and popped them into this lovely big album. This is from Amazon, I'll link it if I can. But I now need to go through all of the rest of the bits and bobs. So if you've been here for a while, you'll know that decluttering sentimental items is a bit of an issue for me, but I am absolutely determined to get this house completely decluttered before Christmas, which is a big ask, I know. And one of the things that I really need to actually declutter now is the memory box. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop you on a time lapse, and I'm going to voice over and kind of tell you what I'm doing. But basically I'm going to go through first and just declutter the obvious bits that shouldn't be in the memory box, because things have been dumped in here that don't belong in here, like my velvetizer. This is a lovely thing, but it's not a memory. So I'll go through first and get rid of those, and then I think I'm probably going to maybe try and categorize things, because I'm not too sure at the moment whether I'm going to do like one big memory box or like a memory box for each child. I really need to limit it though. So when I was growing up, my parents didn't really keep things, which is fine, that's their choice. But because there's not a huge amount of physical evidence aside from photographs of my childhood, I tend to hold on to everything that my kids bring home, and have done for the last 19 years since my daughter was born. So I think that kind of makes me hoard it a little bit more, but I do want them to have something to look through when they have their own children or whatever. But I don't want it to be too much. I don't want to lumber like a whole bunch of stuff on them. So I think I'm going to go through and then I'll decide whether or not I'm doing individual boxes or one big box. My hope really is one big box, but we'll see what we've got in here. I think this is all of it. I might go through when I go through the loft and just make sure there's no more up there, but I'm pretty sure this is all of it. So yeah, I've got myself a cup of tea. I've got my headphones. I'm going to pop some kind of motivational music on to keep me going, because I do struggle with this kind of thing. And then I'm going to pop you guys on a time lapse, and we're gonna get on with this. I did film when I was doing the photo album, so I'm going to pop that at the end of the video, just to show you how I really kind of went through and categorised the pictures and laid them all out. So I'll pop that at the end if you want to see that. So let's get going before I talk myself out of it. Okay, so let's get going with this memory box declutter and reorganise. So I'm starting off by taking out the very obvious things that either don't belong in the memory box or that I no longer want. Like I say, a lot of stuff has got dumped in these, and it's time to get that kind of thing gone. So I'm finding here lots and lots of pictures. I thought that I had got all of the photos when I did the album, but apparently not. So I have a few photos I'm going to be popping onto a pile, and then at the end of this session I'll pop as many as I can into the photo album. I'm also finding cards and notes and things from the children as they've been growing up, which makes me very happy. But if you do see me pause for a few seconds, it's just a little bit overwhelming. Unfortunately, not all memories are good. There's a lot of stuff that I've put in here that is in here purely because I didn't have the headspace to kind of deal with it at the time. There was a lot of I don't want to say trauma, but a lot of bad memories with the end of my previous relationship before my marriage, and there are some reminders of that in this box, because of course he was the father to my two eldest children, so he's still part of the memories. I've still got pictures of them with him, but there are some painful memories in there that I would rather not be reminded of. So I've eliminated as many of those as I can, but obviously there's still pictures and things like that, which is fine. The kids sometimes want to look at those, so that's okay. But yeah, it's important to remember when you're going through these kind of things that not all memories are going to be good ones. Even good memories, such as photographs of people who have passed, that was a good memory at the time. Now it's kind of bitter because they're gone, they're no longer with us. And certainly when I was looking through, I think at some point during this footage I find like the new birth cards and the first birthday cards and things like that, and a lot of them are from people that either we are no longer in contact with, we're just kind of grown apart from, or people that unfortunately we've lost. So not all memories are good ones. Take your time, go through it slowly. There's so much good in here as well. It balances out, but yeah, some of it was quite difficult to look at and go through. And then of course you've got the mum guilt of you don't want to throw anything away. You want to keep it all in case your children want to see it someday, in case you want to see it someday. But you can't keep hold of everything. Like these red books, these are like the immunisation books, the growth scans and things like that as the children are young. I probably haven't got them out of this box for the last 10 years. We haven't needed them, but I've not wanted to get rid of them in case the kids someday suddenly want to see their growth scale as they were getting big. So yeah, there's some difficult decisions in there as well. I think I was quite good. I got rid of the obvious things. I couldn't get rid of a single one of the little notes from the kids or the little handmade Mother's Day cards from the kids. Every single one of them is staying. I can't see a place where I would ever get rid of those. They're so special to me. So that's pretty much what makes up 90% of my memory box is the little notes and cards from the kids. I think what I'm going to do with those, at the moment they are loose in the box, but I think I'm going to go out and get one of those scrapbooks and pop those kinds of things into a scrapbook so they're all together. They're not going to get damaged, they're not going to get lost, they're not going to get ripped or anything spilt on them if they're in a scrapbook. So I'm going to pop those into there, and then I've got all those lovely happy memories to look back on when the times get dark or the kids have all gone and it's just me and Andy rattling around in our house wondering what happened to our kids. But yeah, it was bittersweet, a lot of this, but some very happy memories too. Right, so I've got things in vague piles. I've managed to thin out quite a lot of the kind of excess things, But as I've been going through, I realised that this is more my memories than the kids. So I think I'm going to do one box, and it's going to be my memory box. And then I've just got a few things for each of the kids that they can take when they go if they want to, and make their own memory boxes from that. But yeah, it's mainly mine, so that solves that problem. I also found lots more photos. So I've got to add some more to the photo album. I found like Christmas photos of the kids when they were dinky. Such happy times. If you've got young children and you're in the UK, Gulliver's is really worth going to at Christmas. Like, we went to the Milton Keynes one for a couple of years running, and it was absolutely brilliant. You can, you go on all the rides and there's little shops and stuff there, but their little winter wonderland where you go and see Santa is particularly nice. And I don't know if it's still the same now as it used to be, but the Santa gives your children a key and they can take it into the toy shop and they can pick themselves a toy. It's really, really well done. I will say Gulliver's at Christmas is really, really well done. We had so many happy Christmases there. I think they used to do a Christmas, I'm pretty sure it was on Christmas Eve, a very special day where you could book in and your children could help Santa load his sleigh. How amazing is that? We never actually managed to get booked in for that one. I don't know if they still do it, because obviously my kids are grown now. But that was pretty cool. You could help Santa load his sleigh and before he went off on Christmas night. How amazing is that? I would have loved to have done that with my kids. But yeah, Gulliver's is great. But yeah, anyway, back to it. So I found a whole bunch more photos. I'm thinking I might have to go onto Amazon and order another one of these albums, because I think I've got probably more than I have space for. But I also found a few bits that I'm not really sure what to do with. So I've got like the baby's first year books for Rachel and Adam. I managed to get I bought a Beatrix Potter one for Rachel, and then I actually managed to find a second-hand but not used one for Adam. But when Isabel was born, I couldn't find the Beatrix Potter one. So I feel a little bit crap that the older two have got a first year book and Isabel hasn't. I mean, I didn't really fill these in much, so I'm wondering if I can just take out the pictures that I've put in here. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna take out the pictures that are in here, and I'm gonna lose the books, so that it's fair. I don't like that it's unfair. Thing is, you never know how many kids you're going to have, do you? So you can't buy the right amount of baby's first year books at the first time. But I've also got a couple of other bits, like the child health record books. I don't think the kids are going to want these. And they're not like... No, that's just hoarding. I'm going to get rid of these. They don't need them. They're done. I might keep hold of Izzy's just until she's 18. I don't know how long the doctors want you to keep hold of these. That one. Yeah, I'll keep Isabel's. The older two are old enough now to not need those. A doctor hasn't asked for these in years. I think it's literally just like immunisations and growth screening. Yeah. I don't think we need those. And then there's just a couple of little black and white kind of printed books from the nurseries. I think I might just go through it and pick out the photographs but they're all black and white and they're not very good quality. I think I'm going to pop these just into my box until I know what I'm going to do with those. That's more of a memory for me, I think, than them. So I'll pop those into the box. The first year books I'll go through, and my wedding albums here as well. It doesn't fit on my shelf. So we had Andy's brother take pictures at the wedding, and he did them on his iPhone, and he made this lovely wedding album for us. It doesn't quite fit onto the shelves, it's really kind of long. I'll put it in the memory box for now, but I think what I might do is see if he's still got the pictures and then just get the pictures printed off individually and put them into an album that fits. In fairness though, I don't think this bad boy's going to fit on the shelf either. No, this one doesn't fit either. Okay, I need to figure that out. I'll figure that out. But yeah, so I'm going to finish my tea, but have a little bit of a break because this is quite a lot. And then I'm going to come back, I'm going to go through, so I've got, each of the kids has a little folder that I've been putting bits into. That's some more of that nursery album that must have fallen apart. So I think what I might do is keep these, put their nursery albums in these because they are kind of clipped together, and then keep them separately until I've decided what to do with them, because they're not very good quality pictures, but I don't have any more of those pictures because obviously they were taken at the school, or the nursery I should say. Oh, it's difficult. It's very difficult. Okay, I have a tea and a little break, and I'm going to think about what I'm going to do with nursery albums. Because they might want pictures of their little friends from nursery. They won't though, will they? They won't. Kerry, you're just hoarding. You're just hoarding. Okay. I need a break though, definitely. Okay, so had my little rest, had a cup of tea. I'm feeling a lot better about the situation. So this box here is all the junk that I was keeping hold of. This big old box was all the junk that I was keeping hold of. I am still keeping hold of a fair whack, to be fair. A little bit more than I thought I was going to be. But it's stuff that makes me happy. Things I can look back on like my own memories, and it is just one box. So I think I've achieved pretty much my goal. I need to go through these photographs that I found and pick out any that are, I don't want to say worthy, but you know, nice enough for the photo album. A lot of them are quite dark. They've been smudged, smeared over time. Things have clearly been spilt on them. I have this little album here of Rachel's first Christmas, and I've tried to get some, I've taken some of the pictures out, but a lot of them have got like watermarks and stuff. The damp in this house. So I don't know if they're salvageable, those ones, but I think I have them on my Facebook anyway, so I can always print off some new ones. So my job now is to go through this little box here, which is only about halfway full, of the photos that I found, and pop as many as I can into the photo album. I think it will finish it off, and then I'll order another one of these albums while they still have them on Amazon, to make sure that I've got enough for another round of pictures. And then what I want to do is I found I know it's really sentimental, but I know in 10 years time when all the kids have moved out or possibly all moved out, I'm going to look back on these and it's going to make me so happy. I found Christmas lists. Christmas lists. I mean, Adam's one was pretty much all Pokemon. Pokemon and some candy. And then Isabel's was Pokemon's and an electric scooter. And then Rachel's electric scooter and money. And what I really want to do is I've got this, let me show you one sec. So when I was still crafting, I made this Christmas journal. And I want it to be kind of like, sorry, let me take the bells off. I love playing with them, but you can't hear me. I wanted to have it as kind of like a hand-me-down record of Christmas. And I really want to, I really love this thing. It's gorgeous. I've got our favourite Christmas recipes in there, quotes from Christmas stories and stuff like that. So I would really like to add the Christmas lists that I found in there. And maybe I've got a photo frame upstairs. I'm all forehead today. I really need to sort out a fringe. And maybe sort out, I've got a picture frame upstairs and I've got a couple of photos of the kids with Father Christmas. I've got one in there already and there's one left. So that one that I showed you a little while ago, I'm going to put in there. And then I've got a slightly bigger one that I need to find a frame before. I'll have a look on, I don't know, Amazon or something, and try and find a frame for that so I can put that out at Christmas. But yeah, it's pretty much now just going through the photos, filling up the album, and then I can order a box that's actually the right size. I really want like a treasure chest. I saw them, where was it? What's it called? Home Sense. I saw like treasure chest style storage boxes in Home Sense, and I want to go and get one of those. I think that would make the perfect memory box, like this little treasure chest, and that will replace this really battered old plastic box that I've got here. And then I think for today that will be it that I'm doing. There's a few bits in here I need to find another frame for the kids' baby pictures as well. The originals actually got lost. The only original one that I have is Isabel's one. The other two are photocopies. So I'd like for them to look as nice as I can get them to look. But I'd like them displayed. But I really want to do them black and white. And have them in like a 3 aperture frame. I think that'd be really, really nice. So yeah, I mean, end goal for the memory box, that's not going to be today, is I want everything kind of, particularly like with the girls' first little dresses. This is so stained. It's staining on it. I want them kind of wrapped in tissue paper. So when I do get the chest, I will be lining it with fabric. I want it to be like a really special place where I can keep all my favourite memories and things. So I want everything kind of wrapped individually, but this is like step 1 of making the memory box. And when I get the chest, I'll show you the rest of it. I know that like sentimental things are really, really hard. They're hard to store because sentimental things come in all shapes and sizes. I mean, I've got a tile, a ceramic tile that Adam made for me. I can't remember if it was nursery or primary school he made it for me. But I always thought if I get my own house and I get a little potting shed, I want that tile to be part of the tiles in the potting shed. Camera's about to die, one sec. Okay, I'm back. Honestly, the batteries on this camera are horrendous. So yeah, I'm going to go through the rest of the photos, get those done. Then I can get rid of this box. I can get rid of this box. I can put those bits into the Christmas album. And then I think that'll be it for today. I tend to ramble when I'm overwhelmed, sorry. It's very difficult for me to do these sentimental things. Because now I'm worried, like, do I burn this? Because I mean there's pictures in here, but they're like pictures that have been damaged or whatever. And I don't want to put them in the bin because I don't want anyone to be able to get hold of pictures of my children. But I also don't want to burn them because that feels wrong, energy-wise, to burn pictures of your children. I mean, most of like duplicates are damaged or, you know, whatever. Oh, this is so difficult. Do you know, I bet there's a service that does this for you. I should have thought of that. Anyway, I'm procrastinating. I'm going to get this done and then I'll show you what I've got, and then that'll be it for today. So pop me back on time lapse, go through these photos, get done. Okay, so that's it. We are done. This is the photo album, which is now completely full. I've got the photos that I didn't have room for here. I've ordered another one of these, so they will be matching. More photos there that I've missed. Put them on this side. Okay. Then I've got our wedding album. I've got the nursery, little nursery folder things. I'm still not sure if I'm going to keep those or not. If I can find a way to keep the pictures, I think I will do. I might go and just buy, the little scrapbooks and make like a little scrapbook instead of having it in like a clipped together thing. These pictures are pictures of my childhood. Look at my dad, you guys. These are pictures from my childhood, so these ones are going to go into a separate album, which I haven't decided on yet. I've got the pictures of the kids that need to go. Oh, I need to get them in frames as well, don't I? And then I've got all the little notes and cards and stuff that the kids have made for me. These just make me so happy when I see them. My Mother's Day cards, my tiles in here. I've got the girls' first dresses. I've got the hospital bands from when they were all born. I've got Adam's first band from his first gig last year. And I've got my little charms, which the kids won for me on holiday out of the Tippy machines, that I kind of want to put on the Christmas tree this year because they're special to me. They spent so long getting them. So yeah, I don't think I've done too badly. Once I've found a home for the photo albums, I'm wondering actually if I can put them on my my unit in the dining room with some nice bookends. Would be really nice because then they'll be out for us to see whenever we want to. Failing that, I'll get a separate little bookshelf somewhere that's a little bit deeper for them. But yeah, I think I did pretty well considering how much I had to start with. The only thing that I wish I had was Adam's little going away outfit from when he was born. I have the girls' dresses, but I don't seem to have Adam's little going away outfit. He had little blue dungarees. I'm not really sure what happened to those, if I'm honest. I know they're not in the loft. There was a period of time when my ex-partner, Rachel and Adam's dad, and I were separated. I think something might have happened to them then. Man, I'm sad about that. But it is what it is. I've got what I've got. I'm really happy that I've managed to pare it down just to this. Really excited to get that treasure chest and show you the memory box finished. But yeah, if you guys are looking for a little bit of inspiration to help you get through yours, because I know most parents have got boxes and boxes of stuff that you can't bear to throw away. Step one, pare it down, and then you can pare it down a little bit more and a little bit more. What I'm actually going to do is when all the kids are home at the weekend, I'm going to go through this with them, and anything they don't want to keep, I can offload as well. So most of this is like my memories, but there's a few bits in here that I want to run by the kids and see if they want to keep. But I'm so happy that it's done. I'm so relieved. It's going to be lovely when it's in a box. I'm going to put it pride of place somewhere. Not sure where yet. But yeah. So yeah, if you guys are looking for a kick up the bum to do your memory box, maybe while this weather is hot and oppressive is the time. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I know that was a bit of a talky video. I will get back to the cleaning, I promise. It's just decluttering is kind of a thing that I'm trying to do now to make the cleaning a little bit more easier in the long run. So I hope you have a great day, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. So as promised, here is the footage from a couple of months ago when I originally started this project and originally became overwhelmed. So this is me dealing with all of the photographs. So basically what had happened is the couple of I think we had 3 or 4 photo albums, and they had started to get water damaged because I had left them in the cabinet by the window, which had an issue with damp in that corner. So the photo albums themselves were starting to get damaged, and I really needed to put all of the pictures into a new album before they started to succumb to the damp themselves. So I got this nice big album off of Amazon. I will link it down below. I've got all of the photos that I can find that day. Obviously I found more, as you saw earlier on in the video, but that day these were all the ones that I could find, and I'm just going through and trying to lay them out in as nice a way as possible. I found that I could get the most if I did 3 horizontal, 2 vertical on each page, and I was trying to do one person on one page and then group photos on the next page, and it kind of worked out. Obviously I've got more photos of my eldest daughter than any of them because she's been on the planet longer than the rest of them. I have very few photos, very few photos of my son as a baby. Unfortunately, when he was, I don't know, maybe 1.5, he found the box that had all of his photos in, and he destroyed most of them. So I've got very few pictures of my son as a baby, which breaks my heart to this day. I wish I could go back and take more pictures, but you know, you can't do that. So I have to just treasure the ones I've got, and get them into this album safe and sound so they cannot be destroyed. So as I got further on into the album, I ended up with kind of weird shaped pictures. So it wasn't so much the standard photo size anymore, so I was having to be a little bit more creative and make kind of almost collage pages. But I did manage to get most of the pictures in. There's my daughter helping me. That's my youngest, Isabel. And then I ended up with just a few left over that were kind of dark or damaged that I didn't want to put into the albums. I need to get some new ones of those printed off. Most of my pictures I have still on Facebook. I'm hoping I can pull them off of Facebook and they'll be decent enough to print off. I'll go on to free prints or something like that and just see how they come out. But yeah, this is me creating the photo album, which I'll be doing all over again when the new one arrives. Really hope you liked the video, guys. I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.